accept their duty and answer the solemn calling each and every day. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors that May 15th through May 21st, 2023 is hereby recognized as National Police Week in Jefferson County, and all government officials, parents, teachers, school administrators, caregivers, business leaders, nonprofit organizations, and the people of Jefferson County are called upon to observe this week with appropriate ceremonies and observances in which everyone may join in commemorating law enforcement officers, past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities have rendered a dedicated service to our community, and in doing so have established for themselves an unenviable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and securities of all citizens. I respectfully request the approval of said proclamation.
So moved by Supervisor Kennard, second by Supervisor Paulson. Questions, discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So at least Mary Roberts can hear us now? Can Meg hear us yet? Good, all right. Got technical difficulties fixed. Okay. Move on to item 9C, resolution reclassifying a full-time project and relations analyst position to full-time assistant to the county administrator position in the administration department. Mr. Winnicky.
Resolution number 2023, number 1, reclassifying a full-time project and relations analyst position to a full-time assistant to county administrator position in the Department of Administration. The Administration Department is budgeted for a full-time project and relations analyst, which is currently vacant since the position was created. Jefferson County updated its comprehensive plan to align with its strategic plan, focusing on both long-term and short-term goals. The county administrator is recommending reclassifying the current project and relations analyst position to also include duties such as assisting the county administrator, and it lists a number of ways. The Executive and Finance Committee recommended forwarding this resolution to the County Board to reclassify to one full-time exempt assistant to the county administrator position. Now, be it resolved that the one full-time exempt project and relations analyst position be hereby reclassified to one full-time assistant to the county administrative position, which would be exempt at grade 13, and the 2023 county budget setting forth positions is hereby amended to reflect the reclassification to become effective upon passage of this resolution. Fiscal note, the reclassification has a potential annual cost of $5,941 in 2024. There is an approximate savings in 2023 of $27,611, assuming a hiring date of May 1st, 2023. So no new tax levy is required. It's a budget amendment requiring 2/3 vote. Mr. Chair, I move approval.
Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Brogler. I believe there was a friendly amendment. Mr. Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've got this really pretty simple amendment, and it comes because we did not see, in finance, we didn't see this resolution, but it was discussed. But I didn't see this language. So two small adjustments. First one is in the first bullet point that starts with the word promote. I would strike the word culture of, those two words, and the word and after the word growth. Replace the word and with in. So then it would read, promote growth in services by continuing the county's positive fiscal history. And then I would also like to change down in the paragraph, starting with the county administrator, fifth line from the bottom, and that sentence starts with the word this. I would like to strike this resolution was reviewed by, strike those words and replace them with a description of this resolution was considered. And that would be more correct in terms of what did we see at that committee meeting. Thank you. That's my motion to do those.
Do I have a second to that motion? Second was Mr. Gulick? Questions? We'll vote on the amendment first. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, as amended. Now we will vote on the resolution number 1. This requires a 2/3 vote, so you'll need your tablet.
I don't have a tablet.
We'll just call on you then.
Supervisor Turville Heights,
Aye.
Supervisor Roberts.
Aye.
There we go. Okay, we have 23 yes, 0 no, and 7 absent.
Okay, passes by 2/3 vote. Thank you very much. Takes us to item 10A, Fair Park Committee. Mr. Paulson.
Resolution number 2023-02, increasing funding for temporary Fair Park staff during Fair Week and amending the Fair Park 2023 budget. Jefferson County on an annual basis hosts the Jefferson County Fair to celebrate agriculture and provide a community entertainment event. This event routinely sees attendance from between 35 and 40,000 people over a 5-day period. There are a variety of events including food and other vendors, grandstand entertainment, daily shows, Fairs to the Fair contest, and for this year, open air painting known as Plein Air to recognize this year's fair theme as the Year of the Arts. Key traditional events of the fair are the competitive exhibits in over 30 departments, from agricultural events to home economics, with a key focus on the junior class, which highlights efforts of our youth in working on these projects, with the culminating event being the animal auction and youth celebration. To support Jefferson County Fair Week operations, the county hires temporary employees as event staff or other staff paid on a per diem basis, as well as unpaid volunteers. The Fair Park Director and Events and Operations Manager continue to look at the best way to staff the county fair in a changing labor market, and to address the transition of 4-H from supporting fair operations to primarily performing an educational role at the fair, with county staff taking over the duties formerly performed by the 4-H program. As such, the Fair Park Director is requesting the creation of coordinator positions to assist in providing logistical and operational support to fair and volunteers with competitive exhibits. Due to the nature of these roles, they are designated as temporary Fair Week staff. Temporary Fair Week staff duties include office support, maintenance, staff vendor support, and fair finances. This resolution authorized hiring up to an additional 6 Fair Week coordinators and amending the 2023 budget to fund these positions at a cost of up to $15,000 as a one-time expenditure. It is anticipated that the Fair Week coordinators will work 12 hours for each day of the fair, plus an additional 60 hours for fair preparation, totaling 120 hours per coordinator position, paid at $15 an hour. The Finance Committee considered this resolution at its meeting on April 12th of 2023, and the Fair Park Committee considered this resolution at its meeting on April 13th, 2023. Both committees recommended forwarding to the county board for approval. Fiscal note. The cost of the resolution will not exceed $15,000. The county will transfer $15,000 from its general contingency line to fund this action. As a budget amendment, this resolution requires 20 out of 30 affirmative votes from the total membership of the county board for passage. I move for adoption of this resolution, Mr. Chairman.
Moved by Mr. Paulson, seconded by Mr. Jekyll. Questions, discussion? Seeing none, this takes a 2/3 vote.
Supervisor Lund,
Aye.
Supervisor Turville Heights,
Aye.
Supervisor Roberts,
Aye.
so I have 25 yes and 5 absent.
Excellent. The resolution passes. Next, we will take up item number 12, Highway Committee, 3 resolutions. Resolution A, Mr. Jekyll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Approving resolution number 2023 approving 2023 local improvement program asphalt bids. Jefferson County Highway Department obtains funding through the Wisconsin Department of Transportation local improvement program for select projects for 2023. Jefferson County bid 4 projects that include funding from the Wisconsin DOT in the LRIP program for asphalt material purchase. County Q to State Highway 89 to County B, and Jefferson County Q to A to 19, Town of Waterloo, City Waterloo, Waterloo Road, Dane County, County O, and the Town of Lake Mills, Mud Lake Road, and Korth Road, Highlands Road. This resolution awards the asphalt bid for the 2023 local road improvement program projects for Jefferson County on County Highway Q and Town Village of Waterloo and Town of Lake Mills, Mud Lake Road, County G to Conservation Road and Korth Highland Road and Indian Trail to Payne and Dolan Incorporated. As you can see, the bids were listed below. So now therefore be it resolved that the asphalt bids for local road improvement program projects for Jefferson County, Village of Waterloo, Town of Waterloo, and Town of Lake Mills be awarded to Payne and Dolan Incorporated. Fiscal note, the Wisconsin Department of Transportation requires purchase projects through the local road improvement program be awarded to a paving contractor. The funds for the asphalt purchases will come from the Wisconsin DOT local road improvement program. I move for adoption of this resolution.
Second.
Second by, who seconded? Oh, Miss Supervisor Lindell. Okay. Questions? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No, this does not have to be roll call. It's not a budget event. It passes by voice. Item 12B, resolution approving 2023 seal coat vendor bids.
Resolution 2023-4, approving the seal coat oil vendor bids. On March 16, 2023, Highway Department received bids from area vendors for seal coat emulsions. The contractor provides emulsions and transportation to the county job sites. Vendors selected by the county will be determined by the location of the project and plant location to obtain the best price for each project. This resolution authorizes Jefferson County Highway Department to purchase emulsion product from vendors listed below at stated bid prices. Fiscal note, the funds are to come from the highway maintenance account 53311 and highway construction account 53312. I move for adoption of this resolution.
Second.
Moved by Supervisor Jekyll, second by Supervisor Paulson. Questions, discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, the resolution passes by voice. Item C, resolution approving 2023 pre-mix hot mix asphalt vendor quotes.
Resolution 2023-5, on March 16th, the Highway Department received quotes from all area vendors for pre-mixed asphalt. The Highway Department purchases asphalt from the vendors and delivers the material to the job site for placement by county crews. The vendors selected by the county will be determined by the location of the project and the plant location to obtain the best price for each project. This resolution authorizes Jefferson County Highway Department to purchase pre-mixed asphaltic concrete products at the prices listed below from any of the asphalt vendors in 2023. Fiscal note, the Highway Department will determine the best price for each project when selecting a plant location. The department will also consider plant schedule, availability, and production rates. Funds have been allocated in 2023 highway maintenance account number 53311 and highway construction account 53312. I move for adoption of this resolution.
Second.
Moved by Supervisor Jekyll, seconded by Supervisor Paulson. Questions? Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Resolution passes via voice. Resolution approving 2023 asphalt pulverizing and milling quotes.
Resolution number 2023-6. On March 16th, the Highway Department received quotes from area vendors for asphalt pulverizing and milling. The Highway Department schedules all projects to work on-site with the selected vendor. This resolution authorizes Jefferson County Highway Department to accept the seasonal quotes for 2023 from all vendors listed below, utilizing the lowest priced vendor unless the vendor cannot meet the project schedule of the department, in which case it will use the next lowest priced vendor. And fiscal note, funds have been allocated in 2023 highway maintenance account number 53311 and highway construction account number 53312. I move for adoption of this resolution.
Second.
Moved by Supervisor Jekyll, seconded by Supervisor Paulson. Questions? Discussion?
Can't hear again?
I can't hear.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, between the town and the county, for Tri-County, I think those numbers are reversed per square yard. Because they got the town less than the county.
Okay. Any other questions while he's looking that up? Yeah. Looks like there's two of them like that, or they're reversed. Udovich is right back there. Udovich and Bill. Oh, it is accurate, as it is, okay. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? The resolution passes via voice. Takes us to item number 13A, resolution entering into intergovernmental agreement with the City of Watertown for water quality trading technical services. There's Land and Water Conservation Committee. Mr. Falker.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Okay,
Please use your mic. The people online have trouble hearing you.
it's on,
Okay.
I think. Okay, water quality trading is an approach that is used in Wisconsin as a means for municipalities and industries to be compliant with water quality-based permit limits regulated by the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. Trading enables a municipality or industry facing high pollutant reduction costs to compensate another party to implement less costly pollutant reductions. The trade results in overall water quality benefit, and the pollutant reductions are typically more than what is required. The City of Watertown is committed to water quality trading to fulfill its phosphorus and total suspended solids compliance with obligations for the city's Department of Natural Resources stormwater permit. The city will implement stormwater management practices that will achieve a portion of the required phosphorus and sediment reductions. To meet the permit obligations, additional reductions will be needed in agricultural areas within 2 watersheds in Jefferson County. The Jefferson County Land and Water Conservation Department routinely works with agricultural producers on implementing conservation practices that reduce phosphorus and sediment delivery to the waterways. As such, the Land and Water Conservation Department can provide its planning and technical expertise to identify and implement practices that will benefit agricultural landowners and the City of Watertown. This resolution includes the adoption of intergovernmental agreement and a budget amendment or the 2023 Land and Water Conservation Department budget. The intergovernment agreement covers roles and responsibilities of both the county and the city for the water quality trading program. It also details the city will compensate the county for the work performed based on time, materials, costs for implementing the program. The Land and Water Conservation Committee, the Executive Committee, and the Finance Committee considered this resolution and the draft governmental agreement at their meetings on March 15th, 2023, March 29th, 2023, and April 12th, 2023, respectively, and recommended the forwarding to the County Board for approval. Whereas the executive summary is incorporated into this resolution, and then whereas the City of Watertown, Jefferson County Land and Water Conservation Department drafted an intergovernmental agreement to detail work on water quality trading programs for the city stormwater permit with the Department of Natural Resources, and whereas the Jefferson County Land and Water Conservation Department will provide conservation practices, implementation work, and charge the City of Watertown for time and materials during the term of contract and extensions, and whereas the Jefferson County Land and Water Conservation Department 2023 budget needs to be amended to account for the $12,000 of income and expenditures related to this project. Now therefore be resolved that the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors and hereby authorizes the county administrator to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the City of Watertown for water quality trading technical services. Be it further resolved that the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors hereby approves the amendment for the 2023 Land and Water Conservation Department budget to include $12,000 for the implementation of the water and quality trading program. Fiscal note, this is a budget amendment that increases revenue by $12,000 and will offset existing staff time and expenses. County board approval requires a 2/3 vote for the entire membership of the county board, 20 members of the 30-member county board, and must vote in favor of the budget amendment. Mr. Chair, I move for adoption of this resolution.
Moved by Supervisor Falker. Who is the second? Supervisor Richardson. Questions? Discussion? This takes a 2/3 vote.
Supervisor Lund,
Aye.
Supervisor Turville Heights,
Aye.
Supervisor Roberts.
Aye.
We have 25 yes and 5 absent.
The resolution passes. Takes us to item 15A, Planning and Zoning Committee Report Approval of Petitions. Supervisor Jekyll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let's see, back to that right page. Report to the honorable members of Jefferson County Board of Supervisors. Jefferson County Planning and Zoning Committee, having considered a petition to amend the official zoning map of Jefferson County, filed for public hearing held on March 16, 2023, as required by law pursuant to Wisconsin statutes. Notice thereof having been given and being duly advised of the wishes of the town boards and persons in the areas affected, hereby makes the following recommendations. Approval of petition as listed, dated this 27th day of March 2023, Blaine Paulson, Secretary. And that moves us on to ordinance number 2023-1, amending the official zoning map of Jefferson County. Whereas Jefferson County Board of Supervisors has heretofore been petitioned to amend the official zoning map of Jefferson County as the petition listed, I move for adoption of this ordinance.
Moved by Jekyll, seconded by Supervisor Paulson. Mr. Kennard? Any question, discussion on these petitions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none. The ordinance passes. Takes us to item 17A, Bill Kern as Highway Commissioner, appointments by County Administrator. Bill Kern as Highway Commissioner for 2-year term ending May 31st, 2025.
I respectfully request a confirmation of his reappointment for 2 years.
Moved by Supervisor Jekyll. Did I have a second? Supervisor Brogler. Questions? Discussion? He's in the back of the room. You can point at him. All in favor of this appointment, say aye.
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 Opposed?
Oppose.
One opposed. Welcome back, Mr. Kern. Okay. Takes us then to item 14, Parks Committee. Resolution authorizing grant application, Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. Supervisor Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have resolution number 2023-8.
Yes.
Jefferson County Parks Department is seeking grant funds to purchase and install a suspended platform fishing pier and kayak launch at Burnt Village County Park, which will be constructed to meet the standards required by the Americans with Disabilities Act. This resolution authorizes Jefferson County Parks to seek funding for this project through the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources Knowles Nelson Stewardship Grant Program. The Parks Committee considered this resolution at its meeting on April 6, 2023, and recommended forwarding to the County Board for approval. Fiscal note, bear with me. Fiscal note, $15,000 is included in the 2023 Parks Department budget for this project, Total estimated cost for the project would be $30,000 with a 50% matching grant from Wisconsin DNR. This resolution increases the Parks Department budget revenue and expenses by $15,000 for acceptance of the stewardship grant and authorizes the finance director to make the necessary budget adjustment to enact this resolution. As a budget amendment, county board approval requires a 2/3 vote of the entire membership of the county board. Mr. Chairman, I move for adoption of this resolution.
Moved by Supervisor Christensen, second by Supervisor Gulick. Questions? Discussion? This takes a 2/3 vote. It's a budget amendment.
Supervisor Lund,
Aye.
Supervisor Turville Heights,
Aye.
and Supervisor Roberts.
Yes.
We have 24 yes, 1 no, and 5 absent.
And that takes us to item B, resolution authorizing grant application, Wisconsin Department of Resources and Trails Program. Supervisor Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have resolution number 2023-9. The Jefferson County Parks Department is seeking grant funds to complete a recreation trail for hiking, biking, and cross-country skiing on the right-of-way owned by We Energies and known as the Interurban Trail. The proposed trail is 10.96 miles in length and is located between the city of Watertown and the city of Oconomowoc. This off-road paved trail connection will be built on the former interurban rail line and is located primarily in Jefferson County, 10 miles, and a portion in Waukesha County, 1 mile. This resolution authorizes the Jefferson County Parks Department to seek additional funding for the project to complete Phase 3 of the Interurban Trail through the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources Knowles Nelson Stewardship Grant Program. The Parks Committee considered this resolution at its meeting on April 6, 2023, and recommended forwarding to the County Board for approval. Fiscal note. This grant could provide up to $249,999 toward the construction of structures and trail on Phase 3 of the Jefferson Interurban Trail Project. At this time, it is not anticipated that these funds will be expended in 2023. Therefore, no budget amendment is necessary. If the county is awarded this grant, the funds will be budgeted in 2024 or beyond. Mr. Chairman, I move for adoption of this resolution.
Moved by Mr. Christensen, second by Supervisor Callen. Questions? Discussion? This does not require a 2/3 vote, it's strictly a voice. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Resolution passes. Now we'll go back to the beginning. Item 9, ordinance amending the Board of Supervisors Rules Order 2022 to 2024 governing procedure for election of county board chair, vice chair, second vice chair at the organizational meeting. Supervisor Winnicke.
Ordinance number 2023-9. Two? And I wrote it down and everything. Jefferson County Board of Supervisors Rule of Orders show how elections are governed under section 3.02. The Executive Committee considered a resolution at our last meeting on March 29th to alter the way we take care of votes, and I'll read that in a second, by a vote of 4-1. The changes are that the numbers of votes cast for chair, first vice chair, and second vice chair candidates at the primary and final election shall be counted and announced to the entire county board by the county clerk or deputy county clerk. The names of all nominees and the numbers of votes for all primary and final candidates shall be recorded in the minutes. The ballots for all nominees, primary candidates, and final candidates shall be retained by the county clerk until the next county board meeting following the organizational meeting. Fiscal note, this amendment has no fiscal impact. Mr. Chair, I move approval.
Moved by Supervisor Winnicke. Do I have a second? Second by Supervisor Paulson. Questions? Discussion? All in favor, say aye. Oh,
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
oh yeah, my mistake. Because it's a board rule change, we can, by unanimous consent, we can vote on it tonight, or you carry it over to the next meeting. Your choice. It makes no difference. It doesn't come into effect until next April if it's passed. Do I have unanimous consent to vote on it tonight? All in favor of voting on it tonight, say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none. Now we'll vote on the ordinance. All in favor of this ordinance, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Guess we'll have to do a roll call vote. 'Cause I couldn't tell.
Supervisor Lund,
Aye.
Supervisor Turville Heights,
Aye.
Supervisor Roberts.
Aye.
We have 19 yes, 6 no, and 5 absent.
Okay. The board rule passes. Takes us to item B, resolution authorizing contract with SB Brand Strategies to update the Jefferson County Strategic Plan and amending the 2023 budget for the administration department. Supervisor Winnicky.
I won't be fooled again. Resolution number 2023-11. Authorizing a contract with SB Brand. Number 10. I was fooled again. Authorizing a contract with SB Brand Strategies to update the Jefferson County Strategic Plan and amending the 2023 budget for the Administration Department. Executive summary, Jefferson County has a strong history of planning to implement the long-term vision and needs of the county. This has included the recently finished comprehensive plan approved in 2021 and the strategic plan approved in 2017 and amended in 2019. It was identified with the completion of the comprehensive plan that the strategic plan would need to be updated based on the goals that had been completed in the previous plan. On March 2nd, 2023, the county administrator issued a request for proposals. A total of 4 responses were submitted to the administrator's office, and all 4 consultants were interviewed. After discussing the various attributes of each consultant, the executive committee recommended contracting with SB Brand Strategies at a price not to exceed $67,750. The schedule has been developed to coincide with preparation of the upcoming fiscal year 2024 budget, with the goal to have a plan drafted for the county board to review at its August county board meeting. The executive committee considered this resolution at its meeting on March 29th and recommended forwarding the county board to contract with SB Brand Strategies to update the Jefferson County Strategic Plan at a cost not to exceed $67,750 by a vote of 5-0. Fiscal note, the March 8th, 2023 Board of Supervisors approved $100,000 in other contingency for organizational projects. This action requires a transfer of $67,750 from other contingency to the administration department's budget. Mr. Chair, I move approval.
Moved by Supervisor Winnicky, second by Supervisor Paulson. Questions, discussion? Supervisor Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just am a little confused here. In the title, it talks about amending the 2023 budget, but it doesn't mention that in the fiscal note. I don't want to get into trouble if we don't follow the right procedure.
The easiest way to answer that question is just take a tablet vote.
I request a roll call vote.
Fine. Any other questions, discussion? We'll take a roll call vote if you can.
Supervisor Lund,
Aye.
Supervisor Turville Heights,
Aye.
Supervisor Roberts,
Aye.
we have 25 yes and 5 absent.
Resolution passes. Takes us to item 11. Finance Committee, resolution waiving the right of first refusal to purchase a residential parcel of property located at 683 North Watertown Avenue, Jefferson, Wisconsin. Supervisor Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Resolution number 2023-11. On September 28, 1998, Jefferson County was granted a right of first refusal to purchase a parcel of real property located at 683 North Watertown Avenue in the city of Jefferson. This property is currently a single-family home on a .43-acre lot, which is located directly adjacent to the former highway facility on the northeast corner. Following completion of the current Jefferson County Highway facility, the former highway facility was listed for sale. In its desire to increase the development potential of the former highway facility, the city of Jefferson made a formal offer to purchase the residential property located at 683 North Watertown Avenue on March 21, 2023, from the current owner, subject to Jefferson County waiving its right to purchase. As part of the ongoing process for redevelopment of the former highway facility, Jefferson County has continued to work with the city of Jefferson on the best vision to redevelop this area. Because there is no longer a need by Jefferson County to acquire this property or expansion of its highway facility, there is no reason for Jefferson County to exercise its right of first refusal and purchase this property. To insist with the marketability of the former highway facility following submission of a letter of intent to purchase by a potential developer, county staff are recommending that the deed restriction be waived so that the city can purchase this residential property and continue its efforts related to the vision and future of the former Jefferson County highway facility. Fiscal note, waiving Jefferson County right of first refusal will have no fiscal impact. Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this resolution.
Moved by Supervisor Jones. Do I have a second? Second by Supervisor Christensen. Questions? Discussion? Supervisor White.
I must abstain due to a potential conflict of interest.
Duly noted. Any other questions? Discussion? Mr. Waymire.
So just for point of clarification, since we didn't have a full exhibit, this is the old highway site here, the big property that's south of the road. The property in question is this section right here. If you see the little arrow, that's the .4 acres right next to the old highway site that we're talking about.
Thank you. Any further questions? Discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, passes by voice. Takes us to item, trying to follow my own handwriting here, excuse me. Oh, yep. Takes me to item 16, appointments by County Board Chair of, let me get my page open here. By virtue of authority vested in me under Section 59.54, Parent 8, I hereby request a confirmation of following appointments. Travis Tesh, Emergency Response Agency Fire, to the Local Emergency Planning Committee, LEPC, for an indeterminate term. I move for this appointment. Second? Okay. Who seconded it? Oh, Supervisor Degner. Questions? Discussion? All in favor? Say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none. The appointment is done. Leads us to item 18, public comment of a general nature. Do we have any? Then I will say thank you ever so much for moving this through as fast as you did. I think we'll get everybody out of here at the same time. Thank you for your cooperation tonight in trying to follow this agenda. That was excellent. Announcements. Mr. Waymire.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I have 3 quick announcements. So number 1, I sent an email to department heads and chairs of committees, I think it was last week, related to WCA calls for resolutions. They have a process to get resolutions of general state concern to their annual board meeting in September. But they must be approved by the entire body to move forward. So if you'd like something as a chair to move forward that might be of interest, budget related, etc., from a state perspective, please start working those through committees because we must approve it at the June county board meeting to meet the June 30th deadline for it to be considered at the annual meeting. Number 2, we are tentatively setting the budget kickoff meeting for department heads and chairs and other interested board members, tentatively slated to be June 20th roughly around the lunch hour. So we'll get more details, but for those who are chairs, just be prepared. We'll have the joint meeting of some of the guidance of the budget for 2024. And finally, with the passage of the strategic plan tonight, we'll begin to get dates out to county board members about interviews, focus groups, etc. This will be an annual meeting topic at our executive committees as well going forward. So more to follow, but just to give you a heads up, more dates to come.
Thank you very much. Seeing no other business, Supervisor Christensen, announcement.
Thank you for giving me this chance to say that I want to congratulate George Jekyll for winning an election to replace me on the Town of Koshkonong board.
Good luck, George. Anything else? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment. Seconded by Mr. Paulson, moved by Mr. Jekyll. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Thank you again.
You are welcome.